What is happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're keeping well. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. It's free to do so, and it does help the channel grow. Turn the notifications bell on for Spurs England and Premier League content, and get involved in the comments below throughout today's video with your thoughts. Let's crack straight into it. So it's Forest away this Boxing Day. Happy Christmas to everyone, and also a happy New Year. Hope you have an excellent few days over this festive period. But the football obviously goes on, and so does the content. And this is a really hard game. You go on the back of it, a disappointing 6-3 home defeat to Liverpool, but there's positives to take out of it, like attacking, going forward, scoring 3 goals, the first side to do that against Liverpool all season. But we're going to have to tighten up defensively because Forest have been strong going forward. Hudson-Odoi, Elanga, Chris Wood banging form, and he took 3 shots in his last game, that 2-0 away win against Brentford, but he only needs those 2 chances. He's very unlucky not to come away with a goal, despite only taking 3 shots. So from a team news kind of my selection point of view, good news, Bentancur is back. His ban is over. He's available now in all competitions for us, starting from this game, which is absolutely fantastic. Exactly what we needed. And hopefully as well, Doggy should be back. Obviously, he was back on the bench, wasn't he, against Liverpool? But Anstead post-match, he didn't quite feel right, and he was never going to play. So hopefully he's okay against Forest. So my team would probably, it'd be in terms of changes from Liverpool, it'd be Bentancur. If it's my team, Bentancur, I'd bring in for Pape Sarr. That'd be the first change that I would bring in. I'd drop Kulu back in midfield, and I'll take Maddison out for Johnson. So there's 2 or 3 changes there. So let me know what your team would be in the comments below. But Forest, I've been really impressed with this season. Obviously, they find themselves in the top 4 at the moment. They've won more games than they have in the previous 2 seasons combined, which is absolutely bonkers. So they're doing really well under Nuno. I think they've got a really good defensive formula. Centre backs Murillo and Milenkovic are doing really well. Aina and Williams are really impressed me. In particular, Aina, he's the highest scoring FPL defender. He's doing really well. Matt, Sells excellent in goal, makes some really good saves. They've got Ryan Yates to protect that defence. So they're defensively secure, which is a huge part of their success. And then what I like about Forest is they're getting the best out of players where their careers were petering and not really going anywhere. Whether it be Anderson with Newcastle, who comes on and off the pitch, and they're giving them a chance. Hudson-Odoi, Elanga, Wood, players' careers that were going nowhere. But yeah, Elanga and Hudson-Odoi, they had the pace. Elanga maybe more recently off the bench. Hudson-Odoi more of a consistent starter. Chris Wood, so reliable. Bags your goals, been really impressive for me. And we're forgetting the likes of Iwanyi off the bench, hasn't been used much by Forest this year, but he's still a top striker. So they have a lot at their disposal, Forest. And they have done really well. So it's credit to Nuno. I think that's what happens when you give a manager time and back him. And Tottenham, we gave Nuno neither of those things. So Forest will be a threat. And I would, from a Spurs point of view, say that this is a must-win game, just because, the gap already from us to Forest, Man City and Villa, if we're not careful, come really big. And at the moment, we're in a situation where European football looks not hard to achieve, but it's if we don't win this, then it's an uphill battle. But at the same time, we'd have won, and then we would have been like 3 points away from top 4 against Liverpool. So it is, I understand, fine margins, but if we lose this game, then it really feels like losing a 6-pointer. Forest, that's where we want to be. We want to be, even if we get lower than last year, and let's say top 6, 6th, and go on a cup run, great. We win a cup like the Carabao Cup or the Europa League, but we need to still win games like this. We've got Forest away, and then at the weekend, Wolves at home. We need to be really getting a minimum of 4, ideally 6 points. But the problem is with Spurs, we know that we'll probably lose one of these games. That's the problem we've got. We're not going to win both. So I'd take although I'd say it's a must-win game, would I take a point? I don't know. I don't think a point would be disastrous, but it's probably a must-win game. So I'm going to completely contradict myself there. Score prediction-wise, I'm going to be positive and say that we're going to get a draw. I'm going to go with 1-1. I think it'll be a really tight tactical battle. With both teams trying to figure each other out and making adaptations to their game. Even Ange, I reckon, might maybe realise it's a massive game. So I reckon it'll be really tactical. It'll be a really close battle in midfield. No clear winner. And I think the points will be shared in the end. So get your score prediction and your team in the comments below. But at the time of recording, the only team news is obviously Bentacle being back. A doggy should be okay. There's no one else out. Actually, in terms of my lineup, I'm going to change one more thing. Werner in for Son, because Son, he disappointed me against Liverpool, and I just don't think he can play 2 games in a week anymore. I think that's the reality. He's getting on a little bit. I always had this stat in, but in South Korea, he's actually, they do their age differently. So he's a year younger. They don't we start counting from 0, like they start from 1. I think that's how it works. So Son's actually a year younger than we think. So a little positive in there, but he still doesn't look like he can play 2 games a week. So let's go through my team. So I talked about the changes there. So let's get this right. Vicario, Porro, Udogie, Dragusin, Gray. Midfield, Kulusevski, Basuma, Bentancur. Then Johnson, Werner, Solanke. That would be my team. Let me know what you change in the comments below. Score prediction, I went 1-1. We've talked about Forest. So I think that wraps us up nicely. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. It's free to do so, and it helps the channel and the podcast grow. And turn that notifications bell on, because the content will continue over the festive period. We provide England national team content, Premier League content with the Premier League podcast, and Spurs content with match previews, match reactions, match day vlogs, Spurs news lives, and weekly Spurs podcasts. And over this festive period, because I'm off school, there'll be more podcasts than ever. So do check it out. We've got a podcast on coming out, well, going to be recorded live here on YouTube on the 28th, that's Saturday. This gets right, Saturday the 28th of December, 11 a.m. previewing Wolves and also reviewing Forest. Also check out our sponsors in Security VPN and the Kitman. We thank them as always for sponsoring the show, sponsoring the videos. They are legends. But for now, a massive Common You Spurs.